Well, today I've got a couple of things to say. One of them is, if you ever wondered why I do this, it's Facebook's fault. It starts off every day I open it up, it says, what's on your mind? Fucking hell. What's on my mind? Everything. It never stops. So let me think, how can I start? Right, here we go. There's two start off things. I'll read you a proper shite poem in a minute, but here's a couple of little bits. One is, on the pale yellow sands, there's a pair of clasped hands, and an eyeball entangled in string, and a plate of raw meat, and a bicycle seat, and a thing that is hardly a thing. That's written by a non. Another one is, in a rickshaw sat a bear eating peach tree root, watched by a man in a hobnail suit. He'd eaten it before, and really knew the score. Don't be fooled by the man. He'll watch you if he can. He's got the key. He stole it from me. But don't despair. I really don't care. I'll make it anew and give it to you. It's true that I can, because unlike the man forever entombed in his hobnail suit, I'm from an entirely different fruit. That was written by a non's pet mouse, a nonny mouse. Anyway, that's that nonsense out of the way. Which you might think it's nonsense, but if you've ever watched Parliament recently, it makes just as much sense as that. I mean, my little mate up there, look, see him? He's in despair. He can't believe what's going on in our world. Unfortunately for you, I'm going to sing a little tiddly-widdly song. Not the whole thing, just a little bit of it. The original is by the Jacksons. You might remember it. And here it goes. Don't blame it on the homeless. Don't blame it on the jobless. Don't blame it on the pensioners. Blame it on the Tories. Okay, that's all the singing I'm going to do for you. And this is a sentiment from my mate Gav. This is one of the t-shirts his company THTC produces. Bit of advertising for you there, Gav, because you're my mate. That's one of my favourite places in the world. Everyone seems to hate it, but you know, there you go. What can you do? But the real reason I'm on here today is because there's a climate crisis happening, and it's kind of worrying if you're not a lizard, you know, because the lizards, well, they just go back to their own fucking planet where they belong. Anyway, so here's the shite poem that you've been waiting for, or not, as the case may be. Here we go. The people of Earth are down on our knees, while the monsters in charge do what they please, and the psychopath governments are like a disease. If they don't like what we do, they just change the law. They think we are stupid. They're bad to the core. They leave the vulnerable to die on their own, while powerless monarchs on golden thrones allow them autonomy, but they're bad to the bone. It makes me so angry, and I'm not alone. When the world is run by faceless people, old and grey, and they don't allow freedom, so there's nothing to say. It's time for a change. Let it soon be the day. There's only one world for all of humanity, whilst they still act as if there's a planet B. I used to believe we had democracy, but now it's obviously just hypocrisy. Our world is in crisis. It couldn't be worse. We have to do something. That's chapter and verse. We cannot afford this system of use, because if we continue, we can only lose. I never agreed to live like a serf, and neither do you, for what it's worth. There are things we can do to make it get better, but that's not a petition or an overlooked letter. I hear people say I can't make a change, an attitude I've always thought very strange. I'm only one person, I can't do it alone, so I'll sit and stare at my mobile phone. So get up and do it, don't sit and moan. The time is now, the seeds have been sown. before it's too late and the chance has been blown. You may think that it cannot be done, but the battle is now and it has to be won. Stop buying shit that you simply don't need. Get out in the garden and plant some seed. We're all to blame. There is no acquittal. Start right away, little by little. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's bloody hard. There are over 6 billion in the human race, so let's not trip over. Let's tie that lace. And soon enough, I'm sure that you'll see, there'll still be a world left for you and me. I hope. One love.